Welcome, everyone. Today we are diving into a crucial aspect of managing Microsoft Entra users and groups, configuring self-service password reset, or SSPR. Let's get started and empower your users. Let us kick things off by defining exactly what self-service password reset, or SSPR, actually is. SSPR is a powerful feature within Microsoft Entra ID that allows your users to reset, change, or even unlock their own passwords without needing to call the help desk. Now, why should you care? Well, think about your IT tickets. Password resets are consistently one of the highest cost-incurring activities for many organizations. By enabling SSPR, users can verify their identity through various secure methods and reset their passwords completely on their own. As a result, you are not only reducing the heavy workload placed on your IT support staff, but you are also actively increasing your organization's security posture by enforcing secure verification methods. It is a massive win-win for both the users and the IT administration team. Looking at this diagram, you can see the straightforward journey a user takes when SSPR is enabled. It starts on the left when a user forgets their password. Instead of submitting a ticket, they go straight to the SSPR portal. From there, the system prompts them to verify their identity securely. Once verified, they seamlessly reset their password and their access is restored. Notice how IT support is completely removed from this loop, highlighting the efficiency of the process. Before we jump into the Azure portal to configure things, we need to cover the basics of licensing and prerequisites. SSPR capabilities are directly tied to your Microsoft Entra licensing tier. If you are using the Microsoft Entra free tier license, your capabilities are limited. It only supports cloud-only users, and it only permits proactive password changes, meaning it won't help a user who has forgotten their password. To unlock the full power of SSPR, including forgotten password resets and hybrid on-premises write-back, participating users must have a valid license, such as Microsoft 365 Business Premium, Entra ID P1, or Entra ID P2. Finally, to actually set this up in your tenant, you must be signed in with an account that holds global administrator privileges. This decision tree breaks down the prerequisites. The top flow asks what license you have. The free tier routes you to cloud-only password changes, whereas premium licenses route you to the full reset and write-back experience. The bottom flow is an administrative check. Only a global admin can proceed to configure SSPR. If you don't have that role, your path is blocked until you obtain the correct permissions. Now let us talk about how to actually enable SSPR. You will start by navigating to the Azure portal, browsing to your Entra tenant, and clicking on the password reset blade. Here, you will see three main properties to choose from: None, Selected, and All. While it might be tempting to just click All and be done with it, the best practice is actually to use the Selected option. By choosing Selected, you use a security group to tightly limit exactly which users have SSPR privileges. Why is this important? Because it allows you to perform a staged rollout. You can start with a pilot group of IT staff, test the experience, and then gradually add different departments to that security group until the whole company is covered. Our diagram here maps out the enablement process within the portal. From the password reset blade, the path branches into your three enablement options. We highlight the selected option in the middle, pointing out that scoping to a security group is the recommended path. This leads directly to a smooth, staged rollout, ensuring you can test and gather feedback before deploying company-wide. Once SSPR is enabled and scoped, the next critical step is defining how users will prove who they are. In the Authentication Methods blade, you must first define the number of authentication methods a user is required to provide to reset their password. You might require just one, but requiring two adds a significant layer of security. Next, you select which specific methods are available for your users to choose from. Microsoft Entra ID offers a robust list of options, including mobile app notifications, mobile app codes, email, mobile phone SMS or voice, office phone, and traditional security questions. Giving users flexibility ensures they don't get locked out if they lose access to one specific method, like their phone. This diagram illustrates the buffet of authentication options available to you as an administrator. From the Central Authentication Methods hub, you can branch out to enable the mobile app, phone methods, email, or security questions. You can check all of these boxes or just a few, customizing the security experience to match your organization's specific compliance and security policies. A password reset system is completely useless if the system doesn't know how to reach the user. That is where registration comes in. Users must register their chosen authentication methods before they are ever locked out. By navigating to the registration blade, you can configure whether users are forced to register their info the next time they sign in. You can also configure the number of days before a user is prompted to reconfirm their authentication information. Why enforce reconfirmation? Because people change their cell phone numbers or alternate email addresses. Periodic reconfirmation ensures that when an emergency strikes and they need to reset their password, their contact data is accurate and up to date. Let's walk through the user experience using this sequence diagram. The user signs into their daily application. Entra ID interrupts the flow and prompts them for SSBR registration. The user provides their phone and email. Then, based on the policy you set, say, 180 days later, Entra ID proactively prompts the user to review and reconfirm that info, ensuring the safety net is always ready to catch them. Security is all about visibility, and that is why configuring notifications is our next step. Under the Notifications blade, you control how alerts are triggered when a password reset occurs. It is a best practice to notify the user via their alternate contact methods whenever a reset happens, so if a malicious actor is trying to take over their account, the user is immediately alerted. You can also configure alerts to notify administrators directly. Furthermore, under the Customization blade, you can tailor the experience by providing a custom help desk link or email. If a user fails the SSBR process for some reason, they aren't left stranded. They can click your custom link to escalate the issue directly to your IT team. This flowchart shows the notification logic. When a password reset is triggered, the system evaluates if it was successful. If yes, it sends an email alert to the user and, optionally, to the admins, keeping everyone informed. If the reset is unsuccessful, the system catches the user by displaying your customized help desk link, ensuring they get the manual support they need. For organizations running a hybrid environment, we need to bridge the cloud and the local network. Using the on-premises integration blade, you can configure password writeback. This allows SSBR to securely write the newly reset password directly back to your on-premises Active Directory. This requires proper licensing and tools like Entra Connect or Entra Connect Sync. The beauty of this integration is that self-service password reset strictly enforces your existing on-premises Active Directory password policies. This means users cannot bypass your local complexity or history rules just because they reset their password in the cloud. Additionally, you can configure a setting that allows users to simply unlock their local accounts without actually being forced to change their password. This diagram maps the password writeback flow. The user resets their password in the Entra ID cloud. The cloud securely passes that new password to the Entra Connect server. Entra Connect then attempts to apply it to the on-premises Active Directory, strictly enforcing your local policies. The success or failure status is then routed back to the cloud to inform the user. To wrap up our training, let us review the ultimate implementation checklist for SSBR. Step 1. Always verify your licensing. You need M365 Business Premium or Entra ID P1 or P2 for the full reset and writeback experience. Step 2. Scope carefully. Enable SSBR for a selected group to execute a controlled, staged rollout rather than a risky global flip. Step 3. Configure your authentication methods, requiring multiple methods for high security, and mandate that users register their info upon sign-in. Finally, Step 4. Configure your notifications, customize your help desk link, and if you are hybrid, use the on-premises integration blade to enable password writeback. Follow these steps, and your IT help desk will thank you. Our final flowchart acts as your deployment roadmap. You move sequentially from checking licensing to scoping the deployment, setting authentication and registration rules, configuring notifications, and finally enabling hybrid writeback if needed. Once you clear these logical checkpoints, your SSBR deployment is complete, secure, and ready to empower your users.